Hello, welcome back to a new tutorial series. We want to build in this tutorial a spaceship. It is the Imperial Eagle Leader Dangerous. So you can find this reference pictures when you give in Google this words here and search for them. You will find all the stuff here. So we want directly to start. Um, it's a little bit complicated because we need a base mesh. We need here this panels here, and we build horizontal plane, and later we bend them with a shrink modifier or a curve modifier to bend them to a nature form. Okay, so let's start. We get a top view and then we see here the plates that we need and we start to model them. So we add mesh cube, scale down. Then we got here our references. So that means from here to here we need one and from here to here. So we start here and make on here background selection, get these birds here. So here word selection and then this background selection width. And now we can turn that. We turn it to here, this point, and the other one should be, we must look, should be there. Then we take with circle selection this one. So we get that. I'll make you on screencast keys. So you see what I type there. Good. Then we extrude that 2 points here. Extrude to this point. We see we must go here a little deeper. So circle selection and bring it to this point. Then we get here the down part and extrude them completely down. So take here the down and extrude that to this point. Then we take these 2 points here and bring them to the side. Let we get that. Here we see here is another turning point, so we can go straight to that one. Then we want to go here, there, and there down. So we go here and extrude it to the next point, extrude, and then we bring it here to this point. You see that fits good. And we extrude it again one time and bring them to her points with scale set. We make it a little smaller and bring that here to his position. And that here, the last point here, we go a little up. So what we now have is here this 3D plate or plane or like you call it. And it is too thick, so in all scale in Y, and then we have that plate. As I told you before, we will later band that on round base mesh. So for that we need much loops in, so it can bend. So for that, with Control R, we put in there 3, here 2, and here 2 or 3, I think 3, and here another 2. So we have the chance that he makes it later good fitting because he can bend in all directions. Good. That was the first that we done. just look where that original was here. Good. We go on with the next one. That is this one. This one is a little bit tricky because it is normally rounded here, but we make it the easy way. We make it flatten, and the rest comes later automatically. So that means I save that for now. Then we add mesh cube, scale down, and we make the same as before. We take this point here and can go in edit mode, mark that both, go to the next point there, and get the top point and bring it down that we match with the reference. So that is our base model. And now we extrude and go on to bring that in this form. For this roundness, normally we take 8 or 9 of words to make that as round. So we select them and extrude them 1 time, 2 time, 3 time, and so on to the rest. And then we have the possibility to get there a good effect. So we take each one and bring them to reference point. And so we get the roundness that is built there. And when it isn't, we can tweak that later with a relax tool or something else. Here you see we have a little difference here, so we can, you see it with your eye, that must a little bit deeper and then it isn't. So at next we go here and pull this down, so we extrude and bring it to the down point. Go a little bit here, we see that here, and bring that point to the other. That is here. So we can now go here a little bit more to the reference, and then we got that. We can go here down with the other stuff and then build this little things here. So that means when we go with circle selection, extrude and bring it to that point, then we can close that. So that means we can take this back face, the stair, and close them with F, and the front faces and close them with F. Then we have that here. So that means we can do it with these two guys too. So we mark them both, extrude them down, then we got that, and we close it again. I showed you near this, the back points. Close with F, and here in the front the same, close with F. Surely it is down under there open, we must close that later. That is surely true. Then we can take that here and bring it to this part. Then we extrude this part here, the last one, and we see that here isn't there where it should, so it's better. And we extrude it down and get with circle selection this one to bring it onto. That is fine. Now we can select the middle and extrude it down. So we got that. So we close now again our back faces and the front face too. And the same we do here. Back face is closed with F, and front face is closed with F2. So we have now that. That is our base model. We scale in the Y. Then we look down under it because we have to close these faces that we done there. So that means that one here must close with F. Then this one here too. I think we have here a problem. Yeah, there are two overlaying points. So we can get them both with the C and merge them together in the center, add one, and then we have 1 point. Good. Then we can close this create thing here, close with F. The next one, close with F. And then we have that here, but we see there is some open. So that is this one here, close with F. And this here is open, close with F. Good. So now we have the second panel there. That's that one here. And we go to the next one. Here's one between a little thing. So for that, um, here we have to do the same as at the down part. We must make much loops in to get good bending later. So Control R to put in some there. And we see we have here an error. Let's look why it turns there so. Must look at the points there. Here we have two overlaying points too. So mark them and merge them at center. Then we have that. I check it is here so too. And there it is so too. Don't ask me why. Some we did false. So we go here, merge at center, and that in the back too, merge at center, and then normally it should be good. So we try again to loop through it. We see here we can make one, here another one, and then through that whole thing, saying 2 is enough. And here we have that problem that we can't loop because he says here is not all connected right. And you see it here, there is another arrow. You can, with grabbing, you see, oh, there is a second one. And that we don't need, so we merge that at center. And I think at the back is the same. No, it's one. That is one. That is one. I must check that now. Good. We try again. Control R to place there a loop in, and nothing happens. That makes me ill. Here we have a point, so with X dissolve words, we can make them gone. And we see we only can loop that here. That is bad. So I must remove doubles. So here under tools is remove doubles. He normally kills that double birds when you have them in. Um, in this case, I think it will not work because here is something more wrong. I must check all points. That is important. When you find the error, then all goes normally, but you must find them. That is the problem on them. Control R. It only goes to this point, so with that here is some problem. Look here, that is all one. That is one, and that is one. But I will look from the behind. Maybe he don't shows that through the object. But it is one, yeah. Okay. Then we have this down point there. That is all okay. So the one thing we can do, we can apply rotation scale object, apply rotation scale. Then he has the original size and make the origin to geometry. And we try again. We only come to this point, so we make it here for me is eagle. So we have here 5. And then we look where we can cut also here that we dissolve words. And here we see we have that problem too. I don't know why. That is really mystery stuff. Good. Then we make it another way. And we must do it with the hard way. And the hard way is to cut that through. So we disable the behind selection and get here knife and bring it from here to the down part and space to accept to cut and make that with all this stuff. It is no good way to do that, surely. Of course, better is to find the error. But in this case, I want to make this spaceship and not search some stupid errors here. Maybe one of you find that error and can post that later. So we have the result of that later. So I enable background selection, delete the background. Because of what? Because we only cut it in the front. And now we can get this here, mark them all, remove doubles, 0, extrude and bring it to the back side. And we have this panel done. Only I want to look is that here is not completely straight. So we can go here and scale set 0. Then we have a straight one. Good. So we have that both things here. Then we have to do that one here. So we add mesh cube, scale down. Bring it to the top, scale a little, edit mode, mark the down faces, grabbing, positioning, get this face where it should be, this bird, and here too. So we have that. Here is the same. We need here loops in. So I take here 2, and on this part maybe 5, 6, such that can bend. Okay, file, save. So then comes this panel here. We add the cube, we scale down, then we have that. Go in the edit mode and take this to her position, and surely that one that is here, and this one comes to that point. Here is a little cut between, so we go not to this. So we get here, here must be the same then, I think. Ah, it's a place on them will cut in. Good, so we make the whole thing and make the cut in later. So we go here to the outer line, this one. Then we get these 2 points with behind selection. Be care of them, take care of them. And here we go there and bring it to reference point. And here the same, grabbing and positioning. I I must see that completely. That is a different one. Here, that is our one. So we go in our model and take this point here and then go on with this here. Mark them, extrude them to the points, and so we make it the whole time for all these panels. And yeah, that is the way to do such. We see here that is not low enough, so we can retweak that a little. Good. Here it's like at the other ones too, we need loops for the bending. So here 2, maybe here 2, maybe here 4, and here 4, 5. We make 5. So we have that, file, save, and we only make surely the only this side here because the mirror makes the rest for us later. The mirror modifier. So we make this now, add mesh cube, scale down. So positioning. And why we do that in plane axis? Because you can't make such a complicated bending that it is later. You can't build it in one take or so, in one part. Because of that, you must go that way that you first build it flat in the horizontal and then later bend that because that works and it's much easier. So we go the easiest way that we find because we don't want to make there thousands of hours to make a ship. Surely you can do that, no problem. If you want to make a very huge ship, then you should do it. But this ship will look awesome later, so don't worry about other things. So here that doesn't look real good, so we must here tweak a little. Okay, so we have that, and here we need the loops too. So Go in here and make 5 maybe. Here 2 and the rest 4, 5, 5. Okay, so we got that. File, save. This one here is a little bit bad to see. So we get at first the other panels that we can see good. That are here 2 panels. So add mesh cube, scale down, grabbing positioning, and take to the reference points. We will later cut in here surely to get the advanced faces in there. But at first we make only the rough stuff and then we go detailed and more detailed each step. So here the same. Don't forget the loops. Good. Surely we can make later here an subdivision surface or something else on it, so that we have a much more banding detail. But for the start it is enough, so we go on. So we grab that and trust your eyes when you have such things here. When you see that a little bit other, take the word and point him there where your eyes say that is correctly. Either make it with mathematic methods to make it perfectly like some else. I don't need that. Good. Why is that here such other? That isn't really fitting. So take this line and bring that more up and that more too. We want to be near as possible to the original because that later makes the look perfect here. And every time think on that, don't take a single word by right click, then you haven't the back word too. So you only should use circle selection or border selection or something like that. Good. I think here we are too low. Yeah. And this here I think can go more there. Yeah. And this point here is the question. Yeah, it must more be there. So we have that. And that one here is wrong too, I think. Yeah. So we go here and that one we make the clear style. And here that's okay. Good. So make that here. Add mesh cube. Scale down. It's every time the same, and I love to work so because then you have no stress with extraordinary, super fantastic skill making with all this stuff. So it's rough stuff, but it works, and it's like meditation for me. Yeah. So I have not to worry about something else. I go to my reference points, and that works. So we have that here, and we loop that all. sure to get better and better and better, then you should be experiment what is the best way to do it. Can I do such other ways to do that? And yeah, that surely you should make when you want to get better and better. But this here is enough, this skill, to build huge spaceships or else that you want to build. So for me that is enough. You must know, is it for you enough? And then all is clear. So next one, that is a complete air from a jet, like the fire comes out there. And I will now make the round stuff here. We only need to make the half, but I take the whole thing. So we add a mesh UV sphere and bring that down to the middle point. And then we scale it in the X at the moment, grabbing positioning. And now you see we have to go here much smaller, and that we can do with a proportional editing connected. Pick the first word here, grabbing row the middle mouse button that you see the influte section, and then you can tweak that as you want, and then you got that. We only need the top part, not the down part. So we can go to top view, edit mode, and delete what we don't need. So all that is over this side is not needed. We can smooth that directly, so we have that look that we want to. When it isn't round enough, surely you can take here subdivision surface, then it's perfectly round. File, save. When we use the mirror later, we can surely cut that in the middle. So we make a copy, Shift D, and then we go here, edit mode, and delete the half. So we get that, X, delete words, and we have the half. Good. That was that. And now we go on here. This one here will be very difficult because we must only from 2D view make a 3D object that is every time heavy, because you see here's a set dimension, there's another, then the top dimension is another from the deepness to there, and the side dimension, and so on. You must think about all that stuff in all dimensions. Yeah, we only made them, and that later will be made by a shrink modifier I told before. Good. So we make here now these panels and that one here, and then it should be good for today. So I scale down that, and we start really little at the top. So we disable proportional and grab it to this little point there and this little point there, and then go down to the down reference that is there. Oh, sorry, I'm ill. Good. So we have that. We can go here a little bit near, and we see here it don't fit then. That means we have to go in the other object and get them here a little bit near that it fits the same distance there. Okay, so now we go back to that one and take here an extrude and bring that down to that point, and surely that should fit with that. Then we get them both, extrude again, bring it to the next reference point, it's there, and can take them and bring them down. Look that the space between is similar. And here we can go directly to reference point and then extrude again to that point and extrude again to that point, but then we can take here that one to make that finished. So we have that. That is completely loopable. That is the point. So Control R to make the loops in, and to the horizontal and vertical too. That is needed because we want later band that. I told it before, but for the guys that look this first time to understand that, why we do such. Good. We see here we must tweak a little bit more. That isn't real the same distance here. So we can do it with that one here. That we go with this point a little bit near. Then with that point a little bit near. And then we nearly to perfection. And you see it later, that don't makes a difference there. We take the other one here and see that is a fat one, so we scale in the Y. Then we take the other one that we built, scale in Y2, and we do that with all surely scale Y and scale Y, and that one scale Y. Good, we done that. Good. So the half should be up. Not really, but we go on it. So we make that here. So we go to our reference point that is here. Then we take here this point and bring it to reference. Look that it fits with the other. That is the point. But we see here too, we should have the similar at each one. So we can get this one here. And with proportional, we can grab them and set them up. Then the rest follows. And yeah, maybe a little bit more. Yeah, we must look. We can make that here better, a little bit deeper, without proportional. So have that, we can bring that down there. Then we get it more and more similar. Can make it to perfection surely, but you know me, I'm not a perfectionist. I will end such projects in the fast time that I can. So we have that. So we extrude that here to that point. Look, that is similar. That is the only point that counts here. So here we need a straight line. And here we see there an arrow, so we bring that down here. So we have here the same distance. Here we have to retweak a little to the X, and then we can select that here and extrude them to that point. Look for similarity and extrude again and bring it up to this point. Good. See, we have here a problem, so we make that here, and here we have the same. We must go a little bit to that point. Good. We have that. We can now go from here, extruding to the down part. So mark it, extrude it, and bring it to the point. So we got that. Good. This had to be looped in all directions. So 2 times, 2 times, 5 times, 2 times. Here, maybe 5 or 6, 7. Oh, make that one. Good. File, save. So we done the start for our spaceship. Surely that looks in the moment very scared, but it will all be later fine. Trust me, I don't know what I do. Yeah, so we see us in the next tutorial. Thanks a lot. See you. Bye.